of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The reports are up here. If anybody wants to grab a copy, we'll just be going over this and then open it up for questions. And this is according to how the state wants us to submit the report, which we have done. So they have basically three categories: general fund, state fund, which is the liquid fuels, and then everything else kind of gets lumped together, what they call capital projects, which for us is water and sewer, along with some road bond monies and some petty cash. That's about it. So you can see the numbers there. The balance is what was carried forward on January 1st of 2016, $578.84 total revenue for the year, $1.3 million. Total expenditures, $1.1 million. So our balance as of December 31st in the general fund was $771,000. That is verified through bank records. So we sign off on all those numbers. The state fund started out at $5,000, revenue of $205,000, expenditures at $191,000, leaving us with a balance of $19,000 at the end of the year. And the capital projects budget or balance was coming into the year $101,000, revenue at $461,000, expenditures at $395,000, leaving our balance in that fund at $167,000. And I do have a breakdown on that. So this is, of that $167,000, $94,000 was in road bond. The community center had $4,000, almost $5,000, and then water and sewer had $68,761. So that's what's wrapped up into that final category. And below that, what you see, just it's important to look at this stuff over time and see where we're trending. And of course, this is just the general fund. You can see that green line is the revenue line. The red line is the expense line. Obviously, you want the green ahead of the red. And then below in the dark blue is our balance. So that's the balance as of the end of each year. I started putting the Act 13 portion of that in there because obviously that's a major factor. So, sometimes you look at the general fund and see that balance. And so I started putting the Act 13. I did not find the information for 2014, so I apologize for that, but I'll keep doing that in the coming years. So it just gives you a better idea of how the township is performing back from those lean years of 09 and 2010. So at that point, we submit the report. There's a lot of categories. You basically have to categorize all the expenditures and revenues according to the state codes, and that's what we do. Tammy's got most of them coded from prior years, and we might have to identify a few of them. But at this point, that is the report. I open it up to any questions anybody might have. This does go into the newspaper, not the chart, just the dollar figures. We have to put that into the paper.
Hey, Joel.
Yeah.
What year was the first year we started receiving Act 13?
I don't know. That's why I know there was some in 2014, but I couldn't find it on my reports.
Is that Act 13 there?
Mm-hmm.
So
Looks like
according to that, it
2012.
would be for 2011. So would it be
It
2011
says
would be
20.
the first money?
2011.
I just started in 12 as
Okay.
treasurer, and we got money then, so.
So
It was
at
right
least
the end of-
2012.
I can find that out, though.
Yeah, it was
I'll
right at
put
the
some
end
more.
of 12, I think, when we got it, so.
And that would probably correspond to what you see. You see the general fund pretty much growing starting in 2012. So. But I'll check that out.
John, I have a question.
Yeah.
Any sign of any misappropriated funds or anything?
I already gave you the statement. I mean, we find some stuff that's coded you know, and that's typical of every year, you know, something got coded as a typical expense, and we look at it and say, no, that should probably be a different code, and we move it around on the report, but
But like I said, and when you guys voted to have the professional audit, we don't break down every code. So that's why having a professional audit is truly the right way to go. We don't go through every single code.
yeah, I mean, this is I call it a 30,000-foot view. I mean, we're trying to, my main goal is to make sure that the money's there. So we're verifying the money that we say is on this report is in the bank, and then making sure that everything's coded properly as far as the different, the reporting structure. You know, we do not get into a line-by-line review of each expenditure.
John, did you have access to all the records you needed to do this?
Yeah.
Or
Tammy's
some of that?
a huge help. I mean, you know, when we do this, she's there, so we're working our report, and, you know, we ask for something, and, well, you know, I gave you the comment earlier. Sometimes, you know, she'll have to look something up, but 99% of the time, it's on our table seconds later, so it works really well. You know, we used to do this without having the secretary there, and you leave them a list of things you need, and then you come back, it just delays the whole thing. I mean, the fact that you're able to come in on Saturday and get us the information right away just makes this go so much faster, so I really appreciate that. And I'm not gonna wait, if we were to see something, an oddity, we're not gonna wait for a meeting like this. I mean, we bring it up right away. We typically start on this February-ish, it starts wrapping up. And the final bank statements come in, just like everybody else.
But like the things that we find, like this year, we had a $2,500 discrepancy, and we talked to Tammy and said, this isn't working out here. There's a deposit, but there's no record, and it was coded wrong. It was a very simple fix. She came, that was on a Saturday, so when she came, we were actually at her house. When we came on Monday, or when she came on Monday, she was able to look, and it was coded as, I believe it was coded as real estate,
And
but
it was EIT, I think.
yeah, and that's the kind of stuff that we might notice, that happens, but that's what we can see by the way we do it.
One thing, John, you might want to put your thinking cap on for next year. And I'm not sure how we're going to be collecting real estate taxes at this point. You're probably aware the school district's cut the commission on their part of it so drastically that I don't know we're going to have a tax collector.
So who's it fall to? You don't know?
No, I know the school district did what they wanted to do, you know, independently of us. They told us after the fact what they did.
Right. You know, we do audit separately the real estate because it's such a major part of the income to this township. So we actually leave here, it's still Tammy, and we go to her house and do like real estate records. So, you know, we're still gonna have to do that. I mean, it's
Right.
still a major part of the income we're gonna have to verify.
It's going to leave a hole that we're going to have to figure out how to fix at this point.
Well, whoever ends up taking that over, we're gonna need access to them in the records, so. All right, we got 20 minutes to kill.
Can you sing?
I think I can, my wife says I can't, but I don't see a shower here, so.
You got a good panel of judges here. Go right ahead.
Lacrosse is happening, motion to
Yeah,
adjourn.
my son's at a game right now and I'm getting score updates, so.
Any questions or anything? Can you adjourn it? Oh, yes.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Aye.
Aye, as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.